Good morning, everyone. My name is Shoshanna Gross. I'm the manager of major events, and this is our Daily Dose. Today, we're talking with Patty Halper, the executive director of the Education Foundation with the ORA. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Shoshanna.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
It's a great day, sunny, bright. It's great for our mental health.
Absolutely. Happy to be soaking up some vitamin D after a long winter. So we thought that, you and I have spent a lot of time talking about the Relief Fund, which has been a fantastic resource that we've created throughout the pandemic. But in fact, your main role is as executive director for the Ohio Restaurant Association's Education Foundation. That's a mouthful.
It is.
Could you just tell us a little bit about what the Ed Foundation is and what your focus is?
Yeah, well, the Ed Foundation, we haven't been around as long as the ORA. We've only been around 20 years. And primarily, the Ed Foundation was started by industry to launch the ProStart program, which is a national training program, 2-year training program for high school students, juniors and seniors interested in pursuing a career in the culinary arts and restaurant management. And that was really our primary focus. We started really small with just 5 schools, and we've grown to 57 schools, over 75 educators, and we have about 2,000 students. So in 20 years, we've done pretty well. Of course, we'd always like a few more schools because we know the more students we have, the more we can help industry with their workforce development needs.
Fantastic. So it sounds like the program's been quite successful over the past 20 years. And I know that there are a lot of opportunities that come with becoming a ProStart student and working through that program. One of them is the scholarships for college. Is that correct?
That's correct. And our industry has been supportive of this program from the very beginning. And they've helped in many ways, mentoring, they've served as judges, and then they're very generous with their financial commitment. So annually, every year, we have probably between $50,000 and $60,000 awarded, which is huge. And that's in addition to the scholarships we offer at our competition. So these are merit-based scholarships, and we have lots of different opportunities. Some you need an industry credential, which is certificate of achievement that our students go through when they work so many hours, they pass 2 exams, and they have some confirmation of their workplace competencies. And then we have other ones that don't require a COA, but they do have to submit their transcripts. And they also have to write an essay, which is really important to our scholarship donors because they want to read, what does the student want to do when they graduate after their 2-year ProStart training? What do they want to do? And it's very interesting because we have a very diverse group of students. They want to go into everything from chef, nutrition, work for the cruise line, work in the hotel industry, the hospitality, which is wonderful because we love that diversity. And then some might just come back. We had 3 recently that got their degree, got a scholarship from us. They worked in the industry and they've come back as ProStart educators. So that's always a nice thing if is something they can go 360 and do that. But this year we awarded 29 scholarships, if you can believe it, almost $50,000. And several students received multiple scholarships. I think this is the first time that's ever happened. I think we had more than 3 students receive 3 different scholarships. So that's how much they impressed those scholarship donors, that they knew that they had to be committed to these students' education. And our donors were very sensitive because this was a challenging year. As you know, it's challenging for us. It's challenging for those when you're high school age. Some of them didn't get prom. Some of them are getting a high school graduation. We're very excited for. Our first group is this weekend that actually gets to have an in-person graduation. So they didn't have an in-person competition this year. We didn't do several of our events. They were virtual. So we're very excited that we'll be able to award these scholarships. They will be able to go on and further their education. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have our video ready that will list all of our students as well as our donors.
Wonderful. I mean, it really just sounds like the ProStart program is a great place for students to learn a little bit more about their passion, a lot more about all of the fields that are related to the food industry, and just a really good opportunity for employers to find some great workers, employees out there, huh?
We do, because we have schools, if you wouldn't, we almost cover every section of Ohio. Our students, even though it was a tough year for them, I would say the majority, about 75%, still worked while in the ProStart training, even with COVID, which is really remarkable for their commitment. They wanted to further their skills, and they knew the industry also needed them, which was a great confidence builder for them because they were able to make an impact, which is phenomenal when you think of yourself when you're 16, 17, and 18, and someone says they need you. We need you. We're counting on you to be there today. You know, so I think that's great for them. Thank you to the employers that employ them. But I have to mention all of our scholarship donors, if you don't mind. There's a lot of them, so please bear with me. But without their generous donations and their commitment to our students to succeed, the ProStart Scholarship Program would not be able to function the way it does, and we're grateful to them. We have Chef Sergio Aberhoff Memorial Scholarship, and that is for someone who attends Tri-C Community College. We have Cora Foundation Scholarship. Then we have Governor Mike DeWine and First Lady Fran DeWine and Family Scholarships. We have the Roy and Monica Getch Alumni Scholarship. We have the Cameron Mitchell Scholarship. We have American Dairy Association Mideast. We have the American Culinary Federation, Columbus Chapter, Gordon Food Service, Cisco, Young's, Jersey Dairy. We have the National Restaurant Association Education Foundation, which also contributes. And then, of course, we have our own Ohio ProStart Scholarship. So that's an awful lot, but it would not have been possible without all of these generous donors.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Patty, for taking a few minutes to tell us about the Education Foundation and to acknowledge all these wonderful donors to our scholarships and the scholarship program as a whole.
Well, thank you for having me, Shoshanna.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.